a possible ceasefire, 10 surprising demands, and an agreement that could completely change the course of the conflict. But is this really the beginning of peace, or just a strategic pause before something even bigger? Now tell me, do you think this agreement will last, or is it just a temporary breather? Make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and stay until the end, because what you're about to understand could completely change how you see this situation. It all starts with information that caught a lot of people by surprise. According to Iran's state TV and reported by the BBC, 10 points presented by the Iranian government were revealed and allegedly accepted by Donald Trump as the basis for a temporary ceasefire. If confirmed, this represents a significant turning point in a conflict that had been rapidly escalating in recent days. The proposal includes an immediate pause in attacks and a new round of negotiations within 2 weeks, possibly taking place in Islamabad, Pakistan, which has been acting as a mediator between the parties. But what really stands out are the terms presented. The first point is direct, a guarantee that there will be no further aggression against Iran. Next comes a central strategic issue. Control of the Strait of Hormuz would remain in Iranian hands, with passage allowed but under the country's own military supervision. That alone already shifts the balance of power in the region. Another extremely relevant point is the acceptance of uranium enrichment by Iran, allowing its nuclear program to remain active. This detail is crucial, as it has always been one of the main sources of international tension. In addition, there is the suspension of both primary and secondary sanctions imposed on the country, which could have a direct impact on Iran's economy, enabling recovery and greater internal stability. And it doesn't stop there. The proposal also includes the revocation of both UN Security Council and the International Atomic Energy Agency against Iran, as well as compensation payments for damages caused during the conflict. In practice, this represents a package that strongly favors Iran's narrative. But perhaps one of the most controversial points is the withdrawal of U.S. military forces from the region.
This is a complex issue because it involves not only military decisions, but also strategic alliances and global interests. Implementing something like this would not be simple, and it raises many questions about its real feasibility. The 10th point expands the scope even further: a cessation of conflicts on all fronts, including actions against groups allied with Iran. In other words, this is not just a bilateral ceasefire, but an attempt to slow down the entire network of indirect conflicts surrounding this war. From Iran's perspective, these points represent a strategic victory. Recognition of its nuclear program, the end of sanctions, and the possibility of U.S. military withdrawal are seen as major achievements. But is it really that simple? There are still many open questions. One of them is Israel's reaction. So far, there is no clear confirmation that the country fully agrees with these terms. And this is crucial because Israel plays a direct role in the conflict, and its decisions could heavily influence what happens next. Another issue is the implementation of the agreement itself. Accepting terms on paper is one thing, putting them into practice is something entirely different. There are political, military, and economic interests involved, and any small detail could trigger new tensions. It's also important to remember that for now, we are talking about a temporary ceasefire. That means the conflict isn't over, it's just paused. And in scenarios like this, pauses can be used both for negotiation and for strategic regrouping. So the situation remains extremely sensitive. There is a real possibility of diplomatic progress, but there is also the risk that everything could escalate again if any side fails to follow through. The next few days will be decisive in understanding whether we are witnessing a path toward peace or just a break before new confrontations. Now, I want to hear from you. Do you believe this ceasefire could evolve into a permanent agreement, or could everything collapse at any moment? Leave your opinion in the comments. And if you want to keep up with every detail of this situation, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications, because what happens next could change everything.